Good morning. Welcome to the homestead. So glad you're watching. Well, my cold is still here. It's not as bad as it was. The peak of it was a couple of days ago, but it's still lingering along. The weather outside has been gloomy this morning. It's been misty and foggy, but I do see a touch of blue sky coming above, which is great because it will help our solar Christmas lights if we get some sun. Without the sun, no solar Christmas lights. Anyhow, I'm back over here at this high tunnel, and as you recall, Lee laid cardboard and then he laid fabric over the top of it. And we used the stapler to attach the fabric to the cardboard. And as some of you said in the comment section, that's not going to work. And you were right, it did not work. So someone suggested that we buy landscape staples. And we're going to go ahead and pop everything down with that. As you're going to see, the cardboard got wet, so it got all warpy. And I didn't anticipate that happening either. But that's okay. Eventually it will break down and lay flat into the soil because all the other wet cardboard lays flat. And so this should too. These staples are not very big. They're like this, but they'll go down into the ground and they'll hold everything down and tight. At least that's the plan. And hopefully this will work better than our little staples that were this big. Anyhow, I better get busy and lay this out because I got other things I got to take care of this morning. It's going okay. Breaking through the cardboard in some places is a little bit hard on the palm of the hand, but it works really well. It's going down the distance. I think it's going to work great. I think that's good. I think that's going to stay. And maybe I'll need more staples later, but once we get the plastic up, we'll know more of what we need to do. But no plastic today. We got other things on the agenda. So I'm going to put the staples away and move on to the next project. So thank you all, the people that told me to go get these landscape staples, because I didn't even know they made these. And they were very handy. So next time I'll know. I'll grab the staples, but the real staples for landscaping. Okay, I'm going to go inside this cottage right here and look for Christmas decorations that we can use here on the property. But also there's a set of 3 trees that I have to take to my daughter's house. She lets me decorate the outside of her yard. She decorates the inside of her house. And I just love decorating for Christmas. I actually The decorating part I could do without if I could just instantly have it as Christmas. But I do love Christmas. We've got this really nice yard here, which could just be lit up galore. And but we don't have the extra electricity right now. But Lee's going to work on that, and hopefully we'll be able to. All the lights I have for the cottages are solar lights, but like I said, if it's gloomy like this, it's not going to really light anything up, or at least not for very long. So, looks like Eclipse is going to help me again. Anyway, I'm going to get inside this cottage and see what I can find. The Christmas is all over back that direction, and I don't know if I'll be able to reach it. Last year I couldn't, so, but we reorganized, so maybe I can. This is not going to be fun. Let me show you this mess. Everything Christmas is back there. Well, wish me luck. I'll see you in a minute. Well, Lee was able to get in there and help me find a few of the things. A couple of the things that we used at our daughter's house last year, I'll take back to our daughter's house and use them again this year. And then a few things that we're able to put around this area right here. And we still can't decorate anything inside because, one, the RV is just a mess. We do so much work that we don't really keep it clean. It's kind of a little nasty environment. We clean it periodically and get it nice again, but it really needs to be remodeled and made into a lovely place to be. I've never really appreciated it. It's great for travel, but to live in, it's not set up for living in, and yet that's what we're doing right now. Sometimes I feel like I'm a man without a country. We don't live here, and we don't live at our daughter's house. We stay in the city and we stay out here, but nothing's finished. And so it's been a year and a few months that we've been working out here, and it's just so slow going. I thought we would be finished long by now, and we're nowhere close to finishing the village. And therefore, it's the second Christmas that doesn't get its fullness. But maybe this time next year we'll be all set. We still have a lot of cleaning to do outside the property to get rid of a lot of the weeds and stuff. And so a lot of the stuff that we put out here, nobody's going to see it except us. But and we're only going to see it at nighttime because it doesn't light up. Anyhow, it's rough. It's rough living in two different places and nothing really to call home. I love this property and I love being out here, and I feel peaceful when I'm out here, but it's not finished. And I got to tell you, I hate living in the RV. I hate it. I love our bed though. The bed's comfortable. But I don't know. All's well. It's going to be just fine. There's a lot of birds up ahead in the sky. A whole bunch of them. Anyhow, let's keep decorating and let's see if my spirits lift a little. We used to have these really big decorations, those big Santa and candles and soldiers, the ones that were plastic and bubbled and they lit up. We had the nativity scene. They were pretty good size. And when we moved from our one property to the other place that we ended up living, there wasn't enough storage. So Lee convinced me to get rid of them and go smaller. That's how I ended up with these flat. yard signs instead of the big bulky things. Boy, how I wish I had those big bulky things. By the way, they're back in style. I saw them at one particular store, a home store or something, and all these things were there again. And it was like, you got to be kidding me, because I got rid of so many of them. They were worth nothing, and now they're worth $70. You never know. There's some really big cows right across the street. One's really, really big. One's just a little guy, I guess. I'm not sure if that's a bull, because I can't tell from here, but it's huge. Let me show you. Yeah, that's a bull. Look how big he is. Okay, I'm standing in what is going to be the studio or the office cottage. And I opened the door and a bunch of moths just flew out of this building. There, I see moths over there. I see moths up there. How are they getting in? How are they getting in? This building is sealed. I don't understand. I do have some mothballs, so I guess I'll throw mothballs in here, but mothballs, what do they do? Goodness sakes. I don't know. Okay, I mentioned to you before that the cottage was completely sealed, and that's not correct. Our granddaughter was tasked with the duty of sealing the cracks with the caulking, and she only did what she could see. She didn't move anything, and so I see that she didn't do several places, so there's long stretches of gaps, and maybe that's how the moths got in here. And I have no idea what that cat's doing, but making a lot of noise as it's jumping at the walls. And anyway, so I'm going to caulk the inside of this cabin to make sure that every seam is definitely filled here on the ground. Well, something went totally wrong. The caulking's coming out the side. Isn't that just special? I could get another one, but this one's destroyed anyway, so use as much caulking as I can from this one before switching out is probably the best way to do it. Although it's the messiest way. It goes so much faster when you've got a tube that's not all gummed up.
All these boxes are really, really heavy. They're heavy because they're office supplies, like reams of paper and study books. A lot of my religious study books are in these boxes, as well as various different types of Bible studies and stuff that I saved over the years. And oh my gosh, they're just so heavy I can't hardly move them. Oh, he clips his back. Hello. What are you doing now? Okay, had to take off my vest. It got a little bit warm in that cabin. I don't know what temperature it is. It's supposed to only get to 59, but 59 isn't you know, it's not too bad when you're working. Anyway, that task is done. I'm gonna go get my supplies together for my next task, whatever it might be, and I think we're gonna shovel. I think we're gonna take some of that excess dirt that's on the outside of the mound and fill that hole next to the storm shelter. And the reason I think I'm going to do that is because we want to decorate up there. And you can't decorate when you've got a huge hole that's, you know, 2 feet wide by 8 feet long. So that's going to be a heavy and a messy job. I'll think about that, whether I'm going to do it or not. But I'll be right back. Okay. Fire ant mound. They're really big. Let me show you this particular one that I'm getting ready to kill. When we first came to this property, there was these big mounds just like that every 10, 20 feet it seemed like. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but there were mounds everywhere. We went through hundreds of dollars worth of ant killer. And not just ant killer, it has to be fire ant killer. And we've done pretty good keeping them at bay on the main part of our property. But, you know, when you get back towards the back, we did not really take care of them on a regular basis like we did here. Here we put, you know, ant killer around with the willy bird. We did all kinds of 7 and different bug sprays, and not sprays, but pellets around the yard to kind of clean it up. And we did a pretty good job. But back there, other than killing the immediate mounds, they're still over there. So we missed that one. Usually we catch them when they're really small, but that one was huge. So let's go take care of that. Okay, as you see, it was really big. I kind of poked at it a little bit, put the stuff on it. I jabbed it with the stick. It went down real far. That was actually the rake, but it went down real far, as you could see. You're not actually supposed to do that. You're just supposed to sprinkle this stuff on and walk away. 24 hours later, the mound's dead. But I don't know. Call me, what's that word? A sadist? I don't know. But stabbing that hole, usually we start with the big stab and they just all come out like this and they just attack. I didn't want that to happen, so I did it a little differently this time. And so hopefully that mound will be dead. We'll use that, and we'll have to get rid of the dirt on top, get it to go down, and we'll see if another one pops up. But that one's been taken care of.